Hello. In this video we will learn how we could develop a master production schedule. The master production schedule is really important because it links production plan with the actual production. Also, through the master production schedule we will have to consider any resources, any restriction from resources, and we would need to consider how many units we can produce at the same time. So I'm going to provide you with an example for a company that has a 6 weeks period, production period, and I will share with you how we could develop a master production schedule. In order to do a master production schedule, we need first of all the forecasting for the demand. What do you expect to sell this month or this period? Second, we need to know if we do have inventory. And the third, we need to know if there's any restraints or any restrictions from the resources. Okay, let's start with the example right away. Okay, here's the example. Here's a company that has 6 periods, 6 weeks, and they have forecasting sales as 200, 300, 300, 200, 150 for the 5th period, and 150 for the 6th period. The lot size is 200, and which means that the company are able, within the resources that they have, they could make products in 200s. So they could do 200s, 400, 600, but they cannot do 300, for example, or 201 unit. So whether you go with a 200, 400, 600, so the multiplies of the 200. Here's the schedule. Here's the metrics. We have the forecast in the first row. Second row is the projected available balance, which is the inventory, and the MPS, how many units we need to produce, need to work on in order to satisfy the demand. Okay, let's start with the first week. First week we need 200 units to send it to the customer, and we do have already 300 units in the inventory, so there is no need to produce any units for that week. You send 200 to the customer, and that would leave you with 100 units. For the second week we need 300 units for to satisfy the demand. So what we need, we don't have enough inventory. We only have 100, and then what we need to do, we need to issue an MPS of 200, and that would give you 300 units available for that week, and these 300 units will send them to the customer. That would leave you at the end of the week with a 0 inventory after week 2. Okay, for week 3 we need 300 units, but we don't have anything in the inventory. In order to do that, we have to do 2 MPS, which means 2 lot sizes, 2 sizes of the lot. That would give you 400 units available. After we produce this 2 lots, you send 300 to the customer. That would leave you with 100 to satisfy 100 at the end of the week as inventory. 100 is not enough to satisfy the demand for next week. What we have to do, we have to issue an MPS of 200 units. 200 units sent to the customer. That would leave you with 100 units in the inventory. 100 units is not enough to satisfy the 150 demand for week 5. What we have to do, we have to issue an MPS, 200 MPS. That would leave you with you have now available 200 plus 100, that's 300. 300 take away 150, send it to the customer. That would leave you with 150 as projected available balance. And for the last week, week number 6, we need 150 for the customer demand. We send the 150 that we have in the inventory. That would leave you with a 0 units available to your customer. I've added the MPS needed here just in order to give you an additional information here. You don't need it, and if you think this is confusing, just forget about it. But how many lots we did here for the week 2, for example, we did 1. For week 3, we did 2 lots. Week 4, we did 1 lot, and week 5, we did 1 lot and 0 lots for week 6. Thank you guys. I hope this is helpful. If you have any question, please let me know.